And people are like, he wrote that song about his dad dying. He even makes the joke.
Right. It's okay.
So that's outrage because you feel like the guy should be outraged.
Yeah, It's almost like it's fake and it's a
virtue signal?
Yeah, it's almost like people do that all the time. It's crazy.
Crazy. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Legend holds that Stevie Nicks developed such a high tolerance for coke that she could only get high by ingesting it directly through her rectum.
Wow.
Yeah.
In order to obtain the purest dose.
That's actually what Silver Springs is about.
Even the rumor is impressive.
The rumor is impressive, but also, how does one do that to themselves? You need somebody to facilitate the experience. It's not like you got suction down there.
No.
It's out only.
No,
you don't?
You guys got magic beeholes? What's happening?
You take a whole bunch of straws. You got like one of those twisty straws. No, you need a buddy, of course.
Yeah.
Lindsay, where were you?
Yeah, it's a very
You need a
special
buddy. That's a buddy system.
All right. Some closure.
Although she is denied it, just so you know.
Okay, thank God.
Oh,
Some closure on the murder of Tupac Shakur. 60-year-old Dwayne Keffy D. Davis has been arrested for the 1996 murder of Tupac.
Whoa.
Davis allegedly orchestrated the shooting, but wasn't the gunman. He's 60 years old. Cops raided his house a few months ago, but haven't said how that affected their decision to actually charge him. Davis actually admitted in the past that he did provide the gun that was used in the shooting.
So 27 years later?
Yep. And this will probably be the final thing that they find out, because a lot of the other men who are involved in the shooting allegedly are dead. So this guy is
crazy. The lifestyle that could possibly have them killed at an early age.
Well,
right.
Did this guy name the shooter? Don't know.
I don't think he did.
What if he's the same guy that killed Biggie too? Let's get two birds with one stone.
yeah.
There was another guy. So apparently Keffy D, he had a memoir in 2019, and he implicated that his own nephew, who had been involved in the brawl with Tupac at the casino shortly before the shooting, was involved, but I believe he's dead. So, he doesn't name a shooter.
So wait, so this guy wrote a memoir?
Yes.
And in the memoir, he talked about it?
He talked about it.
Is that like OJ when he wrote his book, If I Did It?
If I did it.
Dude, he just had a video.
It's yours truly.
And he was at the Bills game, and I'm not kidding you. He said into the camera, he has no self-awareness. It was against Miami, and he's like, "What's up, everybody? It's me, the Juice, live and in person."
He didn't say yours truly.
And then he did say yours truly.
Yeah, he always says
He did
yours
say yours
truly.
truly. And then he goes, "I'm worried about this Miami game. Speed kills."
Oh, no.
Wow.
And I'm like, "No, you kill, OJ. You do. Juice kills."
He should have a list of words that he should never say.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
100% agree. And he's done that a few times where I'm like, he's just flirting with it at this point.
Right.
Like there's a list of words that OJ should never say
At
in
this
front of
point,
people.
he's been flirting with it the whole time.
Anything about knives,
He released a book said, "If I did it."
Yeah.
killing of any kind,
No gloves.
shoes,
No gloves.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. No Bronco.
Sorry, you're going to have cold hands for a while.
In fact, all Fords are off the table.
That's right.
Oh, man.
I'm really interested in tour writers. Moon, did you anything fun when you guys toured with Story or Greek Fire? Like, did you guys have anything strategically put in there?
You know what? Tom DeLonge told me one time, he's like, "Hey, man, on your writer, you should get socks." And I was like, wow, that's a brilliant idea. He goes, "I always have fresh socks."
That's a good idea.
And you know, like I tend to take care of my feet. So right after that, we started putting on a pack of socks. Everybody, band crew, if you need socks, we always had fresh socks.
That's
And
perfect.
that was probably the weirdest thing. We had a couple like specific things like salsa, but not this brand or something like that. You know, there was some specifics, but there was never any brown M&M things or any of that kind of stuff. And that's all done for a reason usually.
Right.
But
So they read it.
no, I would say the only thing that we had that was cool was
socks.
Was socks.
Well, tour writers, I've always found it interesting to find out what your bands love. And this News Gazette is reporting that Bruce Springsteen's tour writer has been disclosed. 37 pages, more than 100 separate requests by the boss, items including things like fresh shrimp that are cold with homemade seafood sauce, or 2 bags of rolled gold pretzels, no substitutions, chicken soup with lots of broth, hard-boiled eggs, sliced apples, cubed watermelon. His wife, Patty, wants a vase of white roses, 3 high-fashion magazines, but no Cosmopolitan. And they also want to have a massage therapist, manicurist, and quality beer, not Budweiser, in their backstage area.
Shots fired.
Man.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen on a rider, dude?
That I've ever seen on a rider?
That you've just heard, like, hey, this band always has this. Because some of them have some weird stuff.
Yeah, they do some jokey things. There's people that you had to have a Britney Spears poster or
Oh,
something.
yeah. We did put that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
TJ Miller had a pinata in his.
Yeah, we would put silly
every
stuff.
comedy club manager was so furious because they'd have to like send somebody out to go find a pinata.
Yeah, I
You go
forgot.
to Party City. Come on, they got
I forgot
plenty of
about that.
pinatas.
We did have
Specific
like
things he wanted in it.
We did have like Christina Aguilera posters or Britney posters or Wayne Gretzky posters.
That's
We would put
funny.
posters on there, but we would also like put like wild guest list spots. We would always put early before like YouTube stars, we would put internet stars. Like in Atlanta, there was these couple guys from a video we used to watch. We'd always put them on there. It was more just kind of fun stuff to make somebody laugh.
I want a pinata.
But on
filled with
occasion,
potato salad.
Yeah, on
Okay.
occasion it would pop
Get it
up.
done.
And be like, oh man, that's awesome.
Tom Hanks is speaking out on the use of AI using his likeness. Over the weekend, Hanks posted a screenshot of an AI-generated version of his younger self with the warning, beware, there's a video out there promoting some sort of dental plan with an AI version of me. I have nothing to do with it. I actually have Tom Hanks in our Crap On audio where he's talking on a podcast, Adam Buxton podcast, about how he's warning fans of AI versions of
All right,
him.
here's Tom Hanks.
And we saw this coming. We saw that there was going to be this ability in order to take zeros and ones inside a computer and turn it into a face and a character. Now, that has only grown a billionfold since then, and we see it everywhere. And I can tell you that there is discussions going on in all of the guilds, all of the agencies, and all in the legal firms in order to come up with the legal ramifications of my face and my voice, and everybody else's, being our intellectual property.
The video has apparently been showing up on social media feeds, and Tom Hanks has nothing to do with it. Obviously, it's his younger version.
This is the very beginning.
Surprise twist. That wasn't Tom Hanks we just played.
Damn.
It's the very
That's
beginning.
how good it is, dude.
This is the Napster for the music industry,
Damn.
for the movie industry.
Pete Davidson crashed his SUV Saturday night while leaving his stand-up show in L.A., so hopefully he's doing all right. Movie getting made about the Ocean Gate Titan submersible disaster is currently in the works. Mind Riot Entertainment is reportedly developing the film called Salvaged. And so it's the producer of Blackish and the recent White Men Can't Jump reboot. They're going to tell the story about...
It's going to be a comedy. Sweet.
Right. They're going to tell... Well, who knows? Because, I mean... Yeah, both of those shows, that Blackish is amazing and White Men Can't Jump is funny. So, like, yeah, what are they going to do? This is the serious turn that they're going to take? Or are they going to try and make fun of it?
I don't know.
It's like the Fire Fest.
Hey, you know what show I've been watching with my daughter?
What?
Young Sheldon.
Is it good?
Very good. Very good.
Really, I was just never interested.
Way.
In the
I
other
wasn't a big Bang Theory guy.
Yeah, I thought that was terrible.
Didn't like the show at all. Young Sheldon, 2 thumbs up. Good family show.
Well, glad you're saying family show because we need to trash a list right now.
Here we go.
Yeah.
And finally, The Hollywood Reporter put together a list of the best family-friendly Halloween movies. And one movie that you guys are going to say is way down the list. And so...
I know Scott's going to say it. Go ahead, Scott, say it.
Ernest goes.
Nope.
Okay, what were you gonna think? I don't know.
Hubie Halloween. Scott's going to
Hubie.
yell out Hubie
Hubie
Halloween.
Halloween.
that is
is
number
great.
20, but not
Okay.
top 10.
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus, Moon, you're number 1 today because it is the number 1
So
family-friendly Halloween
family-friendly
movie.
Halloween movie.
Yes.
Hocus Pocus 2.
It is a movie.
No.
A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas is number 7. Good job, Riz.
Isn't that a
Casper.
Christmas movie?
Casper's number 5.
So
Really?
didn't Garfield have one?
Does Harry Potter count?
Charlie Brown.
Not on this list.
Is Ernest Scared Stupid on there?
Not top 20.
Spiderwick Chronicles? Any of those like series, movies?
No.
Okay.
Gremlins. Is that
Gremlins is number 6.
Gremlins.
Very
Addams
good.
Family.
Addams Family is number 4. Get 2 and 3.
Ghostbusters?
The Muppets Haunted House or Haunted Mansion.
Not on the list.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. Good job,
Oh,
Rafe.
duh.
Number 3.
Addams Family.
Addams Family, we already said it. Number
said
4.
Monster House.
Hubie Halloween.
Adam's Family.
Monster House, number 15.
Little
Good job, Moon.
Monsters.
Little Monsters is not on the list.
What's the one with Mike Wazowski and John
Monsters,
Peter?
Inc.
Monsters, Inc.
Monsters, Inc., not on the list.
Hotel Transylvania.
Hotel Transylvania,
That's a good
number
one.
16. Very good.
Okay.
You guys are missing a number 2.
Number 2.
From 1998.
1998.
And I've heard of this movie. I've never seen it.
Corpse Bride.
Corpse Bride is number 10. Good job, Moon.
1998.
That wasn't that
so
one?
is it a live action, animated?
This is live action.
Live action.
You said Ghostbusters, right? Somebody said Ghostbusters?
Yeah, Edward.
Ghostbusters is way down the list. Number 19.
Wow, that's silly.
I could see
That's
that stuff for
ridiculous.
families. That could
Bull.
be.
Bull. I
For the
just
parents,
started
though.
watching it with the kids.
I'll be honest, dude. When they turn into dogs at the end, it scared me when I was a kid.
How about
I got a little freaked
Dan
out at my aunt's
Aykroyd
house.
getting sexually assaulted by the
Loved that as a
angel?
kid.
Or the
Yeah,
angel,
that's
the
true. That's
ghost.
a good point. Well, there's a couple of these that I was like, you could. Beetlejuice has some questionable.
Yeah.
Sure.
Somebody said Halloween Town.
Halloween Town is number 2.
Oh, that is?
Good job to that person.
What is that?
Stephanie, thank
It's a
you.
movie about
like a
a town
cult
that
classic.
has Halloween.
What about the Labyrinth? That's kind of spooky.
Yeah, it's not on the list.
What?
I'll give you
Crystal.
the rest of them, though. The Witches came in at number 18. Frankenweenie at number 17. Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire, which sounds like Porno Birthday, number 14. Coraline, Paranorman, It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Goosebumps at number 9. Monster Squad at number 8. Your top 3, though, Beetlejuice, Halloween Town, and your number 1, Hocus Pocus.
Monster
I
Squad.
can't believe I didn't say that. I'm ashamed of myself.
Columbus was
Squad.
talking about Monster
Wolfman
Squad.
had nards, dude.
Yeah.
I still see the commercial in my head.
Dude, Columbus was talking about Monster Squad, and I'd never seen it. He's like,
What is
dude,
that?
it's
It's
like the
ridiculous.
movie that you have to watch with your kids. And
An
we
80s
did.
Never
cult
watched it.
classic.
Yeah, and we did, and it was freaking awesome.
Which
I
is
don't
the
know how
movie-
we missed it. I don't know
What's
how
the
I
movie
missed
with
it.
Fred Savage and Howie
Little
Mandel?
Monsters. He said it,
That's
and I
Little
can't believe it's
Monsters.
not on there.
Okay.
Yeah, with under the bed, and it
Yeah.
takes him into the world.
Yeah.
Oh,
Need him,
that's so
need him,
cool.
got him, need him, got him, need him, got him. It's Howie Mandel.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people, it didn't even look like him in that.
Wow.
Celebrities celebrating a birthday today. Paul Tuttle Jr. from American Chopper is 49. Efren Ramirez. Anybody know who Efren
Yeah,
Ramirez
I did a
is?
gig with him at one of the strip clubs a couple of years ago. He is Pedro.
Yeah, that's right. Vote for
from
Pedro.
Napoleon Dynamite.
From Napoleon
Fun.
Dynamite.
We
He's-
were at the place with the hot tubs.
Yeah.
Me
he's-
and him
he's-
hosted an event.
He's 50 years old.
Whoa.
Tiffany, I think we're alone now. Tiffany is 52. Kelly Ripa is 53. Sting is 72. Looks great, sounds great, still kicking it. Avery Brooks, that's Captain Sisko on Star Trek Deep Space Nine, is 75. And Don McLean,
American Pie.
American Pie. How old is Don McLean?
Woo, man.
76.
Closest without going over.
82.
79.
81.
Scott wins. Don McLean is only 78 years old.
Oh.
Yeah!
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Vanilla Sky. And today's birthday girl has been in 227 fine films, including All American Nymphos 4. Are You a Butt Man? She was in a movie called Ball Hogs.
That's a soccer movie.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Bareback Mounting. Hot Slutty Summer. The Last Whorehouse on the Left. She was in Small Sluts, Nice Butts too.
Oh.
And Who Could Forget a Role? In 2005's Scott's favorite, The Passion of the Ass.
Wow.
Vanilla Sky is 39 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with your Sex Time Fun Facts and the sex toy of the week. It is 8:09. You guys know what Wednesday is?
It's the alert,
after
right?
Oh, yeah. Wednesday is the massive emergency alert test, which is scheduled to hit your phone and your TV and your radio. So, hey, guys, get ready not to freak out, okay? Wednesday, October 4th at 1:20 p.m. St. Louis time, every TV, every radio, every cell phone in the U.S. will blare out that distinctive, jarring electronic warning tone of an emergency alert. It's only a test. Officially, the trial is called the Nationwide Emergency Alert Test. You know it's a test, not an actual emergency, because it's accompanied by an explanation of the test. Also, remember, all the nanoparticles will be activated.
I have
so.
extra aluminum foil hats if you guys want to borrow it.
Remember, all the
Phones
nanoparticles inside of us will be activated.
Right.
So
But turn your phones off. You'll be fine. You can skip it.
When's that? That's like a couple days from
that's
now.
Wednesday.
Can't wait.
Wednesday at 1:20. Remember, I'm going to have my head stuck in a microwave
That's right.
Excited.
because that's the only way to prevent it.
I'm excited.
I can't wait to get activated, to be honest with you.
What's going to happen, man?
Captain Planet. We're all gonna
Rise
become,
up.
oh, yeah, we're all going to become superheroes.
Awesome.
Your eyes just go red.
nice.
That's
you know?
right.
You start glowing.
So this nationwide emergency alert test, it does go all the way back to the Cold War in the 1950s. I know we're legally not allowed to play the tone you're going to hear. Like we get a big fine if we did that. Ask John Hewlett about that.
Yeah, in the 80s. John.
But I love you, John.
My beloved.
But mostly the test is an important way to make sure that if something really bad does happen and really big happens, Americans could be warned quickly. So here's how it works. The national test consists of two parts, which will occur in conjunction with one another in order to test the emergency alert system and the wireless emergency alerts, according to FEMA. The WEA will be directed to all cell phones, while the EAS will notify all radio and television broadcasters, cable systems, satellite radio, television providers, and wireless video providers. The message will be heard and seen pretty much everywhere. It's being conducted with the participation of radio and television broadcasters, cable systems, satellite radio companies, and cell phone networks. Now, what will the emergency alert test message say? All across the U.S., broadcast TV shows and radio will be interrupted as the emergency message goes out. The message will say, quote, "This is a nationwide test of the emergency alert system issued by the Federal Emergency Management Agency covering the U.S. from 1420 to 1450 hours ET. This is only a test. No action is required by the public." And at that point, the nanoparticles will become activated. Awesome.
And then a Muse song, Compliance, starts playing. Compliance. Bum, bum,
And then we will all start obeying.
But I have sunglasses, and I can't wait to see the
AI.
billboards.
Exactly. And I, for one, bow down to our AI nanoparticle overlords.
Yes, please do.
You know, I'm going to counter that and say I don't. I'm just going to start that revolution
luck.
now.
Good
I don't.
We do
But
not
they want to
kneel.
come at me?
No.
Let's go.
Good
You
luck.
have to now.
We
'cause
do
you know
not
who's
kneel
the
here.
guy in
Because I
charge.
had a dream over the weekend. This is no joke. Tim was having sex with an AI woman, and I didn't know
Nice.
how to feel when I woke up. I was kind of mad because they were humanoids. Like we were at a party. There was a bunch of people there, and the dudes were banging the AI girls. It was so
In
it was-
front of their chicks?
Awesome.
And yes.
Oh, bad, I mean.
This guy named Jim, who I haven't thought about in 100 years, was banging
So Jim
an
and
AI.
Tim?
Jim, well, Tim, I didn't see him bang
Man,
the
you
AI
get Tim together
girl.
with Jim.
I hope he scanned her for
But
viruses first.
I was actually with Ronnie Mund in a conference room from the Howard Stern show, eating sandwiches.
Ron, the limo driver?
Yes, we were eating
What?
sandwiches.
Cool
Tim
party.
walks in, and he just looked a little different. And I go, "You had sex with the AI woman, didn't you?" And he was denying it.
No.
And so I woke up.
He has an apple bottom.
And as one does, I was angry with him. And I later in the day said, "Hey, man, what's up with this? I don't know how I'm supposed to feel." And then we had the conversation. I go, "Would you be mad if I banged an AI guy?" And he goes, "I don't know." He's like, "That's interesting." And so I wanted to, I'm happy we're talking about it because,
How human are these people? Like, looking?
dude, Ex
Or the
Machina.
internet people. How human are these AI robots looking?
You know the Ex Machina, I think
Yeah.
that movie? So,
Like a hot chick?
I'm in.
hot chick, man. Yeah, like
Hot chick, man.
human. You can't tell. You can't really tell.
What a cool way to see if you guys are into a three-way, though. You
Exactly.
know? It's like there's no weirdness.
No feelings?
Well, it's just, hey, let's bang this robot together and see what's up.
What's
Maybe
up?
it's the door we want to open. Maybe it isn't. But it's a victimless crime. You're not bringing another person in. You don't have to worry about jealousy.
Or do you? Because I was jealous. I woke up a little jealous.
I think you internalized the no toilet clogging thing. He's like, there's two things I've never done. Clog the toilet and bang an AI robot. That's Tim. That's who Tim is.
I don't know how women would feel about that.
Or how would you feel?
If my wife
Because
banged
it's-
an AI
this
Our
is
dude.
wives
what's
do
coming.
bang robots.
This is what's coming. It starts with vibrators, and it's slowly going to and the VR sex, and then it's going to become you can and the dolls, the real dolls are out there.
Yeah, so if you have a sex toy
Slippery
that looks like a real dong,
Hopefully.
like so if you have a sex toy that looks like a real dong,
yeah.
Is that okay?
is that okay? I mean,
For me, yeah. For you, how does it
Double
feel?
standard.
Well, but that's a dong. This is somebody that you would. This is an AI person that you would live with, maybe, or rent. I don't know how.
All
it's
right.
gonna
Well,
work.
what if you suction cup
Yeah, it's a
that dong
dong.
onto a fat head of Chris Hemsworth that you have up on the wall?
Could be a good
It's
time.
the dawn. Like, what else are you
Okay.
like? I mean, you after our elbows.
I don't know. I mean, but you imagine you're talking to them They're around. They are your. I don't know how that. How is AI humanoids going to interact with human beings as a culture and
Would
society?
you be okay with your wife getting with an AI guy?
No, I don't think so. Well, hell, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
I really don't know.
Your first instinct is no.
Yeah, I've never been confronted with this.
Well, I'm confronting you right now.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to assume.
Consider yourself confronted.
I'm going to assume. So the principle of it, no, I suppose not, because it's not my call. But I would be bummed personally.
It's not your call. I mean,
because it's not my body, man. It's her body.
You're missing out on a sexual experience with your partner that she's having. Or
no, I know it's not somebody else.
I would feel that
body.
I would feel
Disagree.
that I'm being replaced in some way, or there's something going on with our relationship where she's not satisfied.
Listen,
so,
I know
of course I would have an issue
how
because
progressive you are with it's her body and stuff like that.
I'm not trying to be like weird or virtue signal that kind of crap.
But
I'm just saying,
the way it sounds like.
Well, I'm just saying like.
So she'd go out and bang other dudes. It's her body.
Well, I'm not going to be home when she gets there. That's for sure.
Okay, so.
Well, what if it's.
You guys are looking at this all wrong.
Okay, why don't we hear what you think?
I'm just telling you, like, you're missing out on a sexual experience with your partner if you so choose. Personally, if Tina wants to bang an AI dude, I'm like, all right, I'm coming in there.
What if she wants to do it by herself?
Right.
Well, then we got to talk about it. And I got to be like, all right, well, why can't I be in there? Why can't I
this
be our
dude?
thing?
Yeah.
Right.
If I'm open-minded to it, and I'm like, all right, well, let me sit in this chair. Maybe, who knows? Maybe I'm into it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll join in.
Just
Maybe I
wearing
won't.
socks. That's
Maybe
it.
I won't. But
I'm going to sit in the chair.
Personally, we're like fully open. You know what I mean? Like with one another. So there's no like secrets or any of that kind of stuff. So if she asked
Glad
for
you
this,
clarified that.
I would assume, no, not an open relationship. I'm saying like open with one another. So if she asked for that, I'd be like, holy smokes, how many steps did I miss? Like, where we missed a conversation or two. So personally, for our relationship, when you're asking me, of course I would have an issue because that is out of the realm of reasonable probability for us.
I mean, we're speaking hypothetically. I know I'm not good with it.
Okay. Yeah, I think my subconscious, because I had this dream, I was not okay with it. I felt the human. It wasn't exactly like the human feeling of if Tim cheated on me, I would be really upset. But I was like, I'm uncomfortable with this. I was mainly like uncomfortable.
You know why? Because the AI would probably be like, if it's a humanoid kind of thing, it's probably like a warm body.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Dude, it's anatomically correct. And this is the way I believe that this is going for the pornography industry. We already have VR headsets in Vegas hotels where you essentially are getting a point of view firsthand experience of porn.
Custom molds of like porn stars' junks.
Right.
Both ways.
Both sides.
Absolutely.
Yeah, both sides.
Yeah. So I feel like there's already a curiosity and product line there. And so as AI is developing and humanoids are developing, and they're limber. I was talking about last week, Tesla having their humanoid guy doing yoga.
Hello, can I service your wife, please? Hello, my name is Chris Hemsworth. Can I service your wife,
That'd be
please?
amazing.
Good day, mate.
Yeah, if you could make your humanoid look like somebody else, if I wanted my humanoid to look like Margot Robbie,
right?
Would my wife be okay with that? I doubt it.
Oh, I don't know, man. Maybe. Will you guys at least admit it's the lesser of two evils?
Yes. It's not a real person.
If you had to choose?
If I had to choose, yeah.
Your wife's banging your neighbor Steve, or it's a Chris Hemsworth AI bot? I'm like, all right,
Probably
whatever.
AI bot.
Okay.
And how much should we spend on this?
That's a good.
20
point.
grand. the savings are gone.
These things are not
Get a reverse mortgage on the house.
These are not cheap.
So the
My
wife
ass is-
could bang Chris Hemsworth.
My ass is getting a boat and an RV, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, but I had to bring it up.
No, and
I love it.
And you are now leading the resistance.
I am.
Joined. Oh, you Sarah Connor.
Anyway, just
Sort
to
of.
put a capper on the emergency alert system thing on Wednesday, the test is going to go a minute. It's only going to go out once, no repeats. Only cell phones that are turned on will get the message. If your phone is on but the sound and vibration features are turned off, you will still get the message. If your phone is set to Wi-Fi or airplane mode, it won't receive the alert because the messages go out over the cellular broadcast system.
Oh, okay.
How
So
loud?
you can airplane mode it.
You can airplane mode it. How loud is it going to be? The type of noise and general volume of the alert is similar to that of an Amber Alert.
What time is this again?
1:20 p.m. St. Louis time.
Nap time.
Nap time.
Isn't that
I can imagine school.
thinking about androids now, and
Android phones.
I may be done for the broadcast.
They're going to get it.
the rabbit hole. I'm
They're
down
going to get
over
it
here in
30
the
seconds
corner.
before we
Don't
do.
look at me.
They're going to get it 30 seconds before we do.
It's wild. Wasn't Jude Law like a sex robot in that AI, Haley Joel Osment?
Haley Joel Osment?
Yeah, there was a great TV show. It was a cop TV show.
Really?
I talk about this every time and I forget the stupid name, but it was good. It had Carl Urban.
Oh, Bill the Butcher from Boys?
Yes, had Carl Urban. It was when he was like really trying to like do TV and before the Boys and all that hit. And in the whole thing, like a lot of it has to do with the prostitution goes away. Human prostitution goes away. Trafficking goes away because it's all replaced with sex bots. And it's actually a pretty interesting concept when you really get into it. And a lot of it has to do with that kind of stuff. And now it's not just sex bots. Like his partner is a robot as well in the police force. But it's pretty good. I forget what it was called. Look it up. It's pretty decent. Kind of explores a lot of these concepts.
I'm still. My wife could do whatever she wants with her body. What if your wife came back with?
I'm saying ultimately,
with five
what I'm saying is it's not,
piercings and 10.
Yeah. What I'm saying is it's not my choice to make. If she decides to make that choice,
As a husband, though.
as a husband in this particular relationship and scenario, if she were to come and say, "Hey, I'm interested in buying this,"
Dude,
it would be an issue for us.
I would say, how much are we spending on this?
You
And
would.
what
That
is
was
this
your first
AI? What is this AI bot providing?
what are you?
Maybe you're.
And I'll go. Don't answer that.
Maybe this is now you're older and you're suffering from erectile dysfunction and you can't perform anymore. And she's like, I miss hard body that I want to lay in bed with.
Yeah.
But okay, so what if some roles reverse that happens and Tim says, "I'm gonna get this thing," and you say, "Okay."
You're
And
getting a little dry, honey.
And then, and then he says, "Okay, cool." And then you ask for the specs, and he's like, "Oh, she's 6'3", with dark hair, and like just all the opposites of you. You know what I'm saying? Like if
I would take it personal.
right, as would I.
As would I.
And he
If
would
the
never be
ED thing happened, all
6'3".
that.
He's already made it abundantly clear that the only reason he married me was because I'm 5'3" and smaller
but
than him.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was the opposite. Like all of a sudden you find. I mean, that would wreck you.
You get all
It would.
mad because your wife's sex bot has long
It would wreck
legs.
me.
Why is
so
Travis
mad.
Kelce here?
I know.
Near kill me.
Well,
Right.
Apparently, the show is almost human. Is whatever.
Almost human. Yeah.
That's
Thank
right.
you. Thank you.
Guys, let's start this officially.
Oh my God.
All right, it's sponsored by.
Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet.
All right, some relationship dilemmas, and maybe we could help these people out, okay? I'll give you some scenarios, and you tell us what you would do in this particular situation, or give these people some advice. So, number one, my boyfriend is a heavy smoker. When we first met, it didn't bother me, but now I just can't cope with it anymore. I almost hate it more than I love him. Should I stay or should I go?
Should I stay or should I go?
is it a conversation? Can you, hey, I'm really not enjoying this kind of lifestyle smell anymore.
It tastes like an ashtray.
You taste bad. It's ruining my attraction to you.
I'd
I think
go.
it's a conversation. I would go too.
I'd go. That's a rule.
But-
That was you were asking last week, I think, about like certain rules, when you were dating or whatever.
Yeah.
That was one of mine. Hard and fast, man. No smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dated
but
some
but
smokers.
when you started dating, you started dating a smoker.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
And you didn't mind it, maybe for whatever reason.
For whatever, maybe you were smoking too,
Yeah.
and you quit, and your partner is still smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah. For my wife and I, our rule is she has to clean out the spittoon. I'm not even going to touch that
Yeah.
thing.
And
So she does all that.
I'm not judging smokers or none of that kind of stuff. It's just a turn off for me. I don't like being around the smell.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's a health thing. Like with all the stuff, like if
But that's
you're-
not the question.
If you're willing to make that kind of decision with your health, and I'm going to try to link my future with you, I'd rather not link my future with
When we
something that
first
like
met,
that.
it didn't bother me, but now I don't know how long they've been together, but she says I almost hate it more than I love him.
Yeah. I think it's a conversation. And then because I know how hard it is to quit smoking, and shout out to anybody who's attempted and is still trying.
Yeah, go for it.
But I think it's a conversation and an ask. And then if that person is not accepting or doesn't want to try that, then they've made their choice. Then you can make yours. And if it's that bothersome, then
I hope
leave.
maybe you could compromise. I don't know, because smoking, like if you know they're dipping out to have smoke a cigarette.
Right. Or smoke in the house, in the car. I mean, it smells everything up.
A lot of it as life goes on is the worry about it.
Right.
It's the like, yo, dude, I don't want to marry you and you die at 50.
Right.
Yeah. Rafe, what do you say this person does?
I don't know. Maybe light up.
Join. If you can't beat them, join 'em.
Join them. That's right.
Why
Scott?
I mean, you got to, if you, are they already married?
No.
I mean,
Not married.
if they're not willing to quit and you're not comfortable even talking about that, then this is probably not a very mature relationship, right?
Right.
If you're not able to have
Well,
open
sure.
communication.
If you can't make the sacrifice and quit smoking for me, this is not going to go.
No, let's
Honestly,
not do ultimatums. I don't know about that.
That's tough. Ultimatums are tough because, first of all, something that powerful, it's just like drinking or anything else. It is an addictive thing, and if you don't want it for yourself, it'll never stick anyway. You can try to quit for family. You can quit it. So you got to find a way to be supportive. I'm trying to give a thoughtful answer instead of light up, even though I think that's funnier. You got to find a way to come at it. Moon's right. You can't do the ultimatum. You got to find a way to come at it from like, hey, I want you to be around as long as I can. It's breaking my heart. It's driving me crazy. I'll do anything I can to help you, but can you try? Can you want this for yourself? And if they don't, if they're like, I don't care. I like smoking. It's my thing. I don't want you to harp on me about it. Then,
Yeah.
just take a big life
You
insurance
got to
policy
talk
out on
honestly. And
It's tough.
Give them real reasons to anchor to. Because if you give them an ultimatum to anchor to, then you're going to be resented every time they want a cigarette.
But you also are entitled to take care of your own emotional health.
Right.
And if it's affecting your emotional health to the point that you hate this thing more than you love your spouse, that's a problem.
Right.
Because it's like, if someone's just a light drinker when you start and you get married and they become a heavy drinker and then it becomes problematic and they won't quit, do you just wait?
Tough love.
At what point are you like, hey, this is a problem, you fix this, or I got to make a hard
dip
choice?
out.
Yeah.
All right, our baby is 8 weeks old, and already my husband wants us to have sex. But I just can't, and I don't feel ready. But maybe should I just lie back and take one for the team for the sake of our relationship?
No. I don't even need to hear. No. You are healing up. You literally just said, I'm not ready. And so, no, you should not. And you should say, hey,
Here's a
things are
sex
not
bot.
good yet. Just wait.
How long do they say to wait?
So this is where you rent sex bots.
That's right. This is where they come in handy.
Yes, sir. Can I help you? Yes, I'm looking for I'd say a 6 to 9 week
Well, guys-
rental program.
I'll tell you what.
Now it's Joe time.
That's exactly right. Do a little parallel play. You know what I'm saying? That's good.
yeah,
There's other ways to not have to go straight back to that. Get
Right.
inventive.
I'd also, there's no elaboration in this.
No.
There
Curious
doesn't
if
need
it
to be.
is
This is like
Self-esteem thing.
you're not alone.
Well, I'm curious if it is a healing up, self-esteem, or if it's like something else going on.
Postpartum, maybe.
You know what I mean? Like, what is causing it?
hormones out of whack.
Yeah, a ton of it
man.
is emotional and psychological and all that. Gotta wait till all the grooves come back
Yeah.
and sync.
How long?
There's a lot of things I want to say right
8
now.
weeks.
and I-
Oh, you're saying how long?
How
to
long?
wait? Oh, I don't know.
How long would you say that holds water
I mean,
in
honestly,
a relationship?
my opinion is until you're right. I mean, it has to be consensual. It has to be. You got to be.
course.
And also, it's bad sex if you're not there in your head for it.
Right.
Like so,
if you know one person is not enjoying themselves and just
Right.
taking it for the team,
Yeah, that sucks.
Where's so imagine the husband's point of view. You're in a
like it's been
relationship.
a year.
It's been 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, let's say it's been a year.
It's been 2.5 years. At what point does he start being like, hey, something's wrong?
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and
If
say
it's
like
been 2.5
2 or 3
years.
months
Right.
is you go, hey, something's wrong.
Okay.
Well, she's saying
8
the
weeks is
baby's-
2 months.
8 weeks is 2 months. I would say 6 months after a pregnancy, just to make sure everything's all good. Maybe the postpartum mental part of it is better. And then, 6 months to not, in any relationship, to not, if you're married or partnered up for long term and you're not having sex within 6 months, like something else is going on, right? I mean,
Yeah, I would assume.
You ever been turned down?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like if Tim's not feeling it, yeah. And I've turned him down. I'm just not in the mood for this right now.
And we'll fully admit, none of us have birthed a child.
Not once.
So we're not speaking from experience.
One time.
None of us have any idea what kind of.
I wish I had the strength.
I mean, this is like a massacre happened.
Man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a dramatic thing happened, a devastating thing happened down there. I can imagine that is a rough.
Traumatic.
That is a traumatic, rough thing to recover from in all the ways.
Yeah.
So none of us are speaking from experience on that. But I would say after about 3 or 4 months, you start let's have some conversations.
Right.
How do we, maybe we see a professional and ask some questions there in front of a neutral party.
Right.
And say hey,
my mother.
Well, how do I feel?
Yeah. Well, speaking of my mother.
yeah. Aunt
Another one.
Mary.
My mother-in-law is driving me insane. She is possessive of my husband, and whenever we see her, she insists on sitting next to him or opposite me so she could cut me out of the conversation.
Weird.
She tells me that she's his mother and the closest person to him, which is the reason why he confides in her and not me, apparently.
Yuck.
She's asked for a front door key, and my husband gave her one. My husband just laughs it off when we discuss it. How do I cope with my overbearing mother-in-law? I say you kill her. But make it look like an accident.
Yeah.
No.
Something reasonable.
That was a joke.
Yes.
Man.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Well, actually, it's really your husband that needs to set the boundary there because that's
Yeah, of
annoying as
course.
hell. And yeah, it needs to be he needs to be the one to facilitate whatever boundary
Yeah,
needs to happen.
hubby, sack up.
Sack up.
Gosh.
Well, I don't know, man. Mama Moon always said, hey, you marry a family. And them's the
but
lumps.
overbearing is overbearing.
Yeah. Sucks.
There's got to be boundaries
It's the
set.
worst.
There's got to be boundaries set. You can't have a mother just walk into the house.
I get it, man. But remember, every boundary you set against
You know
somebody
what's
that's
strange,
overbearing,
though?
you're creating the fence in which that will be pushed.
That's such a
Sucks.
that's such a singular acceptable thing, too. If you flipped that and you were a woman, or excuse me, you were a man
with an overbearing
and you were
mother-in-law?
dating and you were married, and the dad was like, I sit next to my daughter. She's my queen. I was her first love. You'd be like, yo, your dad is freaking weird, dude. I'm going to fight your dad, dude. I would straight up be like, all right, Dale, we got to go outside, man, because I don't like the way you're hanging with your daughter, man. That's crazy. But for some reason...
Yeah, we're going outside. We're taking our shirts off. We're going to fight.
That mother-son relationship, that Oedipus stuff is a little more socially acceptable. It's weird to me. I think she's well within her rights to be like, hey, you're weird with your son. He's a grown man. You're not his girlfriend. You're his mother.
So
You're
back off,
weird.
bitch.
Oh, yeah. You think they're going to back up?
I don't, whether they do or not, I think she's well within her rights to be like, yo,
for
you don't
sure.
need a key to my house. You don't need,
Let me tell you, though, man, when you push on something like that, it doesn't go well.
well,
It doesn't go well because
I
you're
mean,
not the authority here. You weren't here first. blah, blah, blah,
enduring
blah,
it
blah,
doesn't sound
that.
like it's going
Yeah,
well.
well, there's
Enduring it
also...
sucks.
It's almost like the smoking thing. Like, I was cool with your mom at the beginning, but now it's a little too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
It's a
I
little
have,
too much.
thankfully, I have the greatest in-laws.
Look at this guy.
Everybody, I'm telling you, man.
Shout out to Moon's in-laws.
Finally
Everything's
struck it
perfect,
rich,
thank
dude.
God.
I finally struck it rich. I'm telling you, it makes all the difference. And you do marry a family, and there's a whole zone, and if
Yeah.
you got to sync those zones, dude, and it
It's weird, man.
rules.
If you did, imagine if we're all late 30s at least. Imagine if because I know that when your loved one acts different around their parents than they do, that always weirds me out a little bit. And then imagine if it was to the level of imagine your wife, you went home for Christmas, your 35-year-old wife sat on her dad's lap.
Oh.
What are we doing now?
And was just like, what?
Where are you taking my mind? What are you doing?
I mean, to me, it's not that far of a stone's throw away from what we're
Right.
talking about. It's just yeah, it's my daddy. I sit on his lap and I kiss him. I kiss him on cheek and I kiss him on the lips. He's my daddy. I'd be like, you're 35. That is weird.
This is gross.
That's weird. That's a weird relationship to me. No, it's not. That's just the way our family rolls. Well, guess what?
I'm not in this family.
Or if it's the roles are reversed and, you go to your in-laws and your husband, yes, mother.
I mean, did you guys see that picture that was going around for a while? It was like a kid at a football game. And the mom had her legs wrapped around it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And everybody was freaking out about it.
It was a little too close to mother.
Yeah, and the mom was like a hot mom. I think that probably played into it a little bit. She was wearing her like Gucci
White jeans.
Gucci white jeans.
Yeah,
had her high heel
Looking
pumps
good.
on. She was a good looking mom.
She was excited. I think they just won the game or something.
And and everyone was like, "This is disgusting."
Well, and that was just a moment caught in time.
Right.
It was, and that was a kid that's still in high school, and people thought that was weird.
Yeah.
I mean, she could have been just like ultra fun mom who's nuts and was like,
Right.
ah,
Yeah, I'm going to
nuts.
jump into my son's arms.
Yeah.
I'm not judging it at all.
Right.
I'm saying the backlash was crazy on that.
Sure.
Yeah, it was insane.
And that was still technically a kid in high school. It was not a grown man who was married.
Chris, great point. You do marry a family, Moon, but your first family is your spouse and possibly children, and the other family is second place, and that should be understood.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying the priority list is different. I'm saying that you have to deal with it. And if this person puts up a barrier and puts up boundaries and all that, just remember that like if you're already getting that kind of pressure, that kind of intensity, you're going to get that intensity against your barriers.
You can have a decent
issues.
conversation with your mother and say, back off a little bit, and do it in a delicate way. All right, my boyfriend keeps changing his mind on the issue of children. 1 minute he wants us to have a family. Next he says it's too much of a commitment and a big hassle. Whenever we discuss it, it causes arguments. I just don't know what to do or think.
It's therapy time, and I come from experience. Tim and I didn't know if we. I went back and forth a lot if I wanted to have kids. I have physical things that it would be bad if I put a person in my uterus. Things would not go well for me. So that was a thing, and I would have to have surgeries and all sorts of stuff. And then also, I'm 38. And anyway, we had been married for a while. Everybody wanted us to have kids, of course. And then we just didn't, it just came down to I didn't want that. There's a lot of reasons we're not having kids, but we had to go to a therapist to talk that out because it wasn't like one of us wanted them and one of us didn't. We were both never in sync with that. Like, is all this hard work going to be worth it to get pregnant? Do we want to do this for the rest of our lives? So I'm not kidding. Go to a therapist.
Well, my advice is just have the kid and just see what happens.
Yeah.
That's always great, right?
Just roll that dice.
You'll learn to like
Go
it.
on birth control. Don't tell him.
That's every parent ever, right? Because you guys have no
see what
idea. You have no idea how to do it. It's everybody. I would imagine. I mean, all of you except for Scott and I are parents. Or you guys are parents. We're not. You have no idea what to expect, whether it's unexpected or in a surprise, or you planned it down to ovulation. You've never parented anyone before, and so that is the biggest decision you make in your life, and then it's the craziest adventure you'll ever take as a person.
I also don't think it's uncommon. I don't think this is an uncommon, especially with men, to feel to want to be a dad, but also question whether you're cut out for the job and to waver back and forth. I don't think that's that uncommon.
Right.
To be like, I don't know how old this person is, but they might be like, yeah, I want to be a dad and I want to do that. But oh my God, the world around me is crazy. Should we even bring a kid into this world right now? I mean, there are a lot of outlying factors that from day to day, I could see someone's, if he's not hard and fast, like no kids, hate kids, don't want kids. There's probably part of him that wants it and is just like sitting with the idea. And from day to day, probably does feel differently about it.
Mm-hmm. For the most part, I feel like there's a switch. There's a switch, and that switch doesn't go off until you're holding the kid. And as soon as you're holding the kid, like the switch goes off, and you go, "Holy cow, this world isn't what I thought it is. I'm no longer first on the planet. Like this is now the priority.
It becomes real.
Before my
Beautiful.
life. Like this I would do things now to protect this child that I never would do before. I mean, everything changes. And
I would even argue that
it's a
switch
flip.
happens for some men weeks after the child's born.
Oh yeah. It doesn't always happen right away.
Because you're
Sometimes
so
it takes a bit.
in the moment of like being the family protector, because you're watching your wife or your partner or the person you impregnated go through this thing, and you're worried about their health, or the doctor's taking care of them, and it's like you don't even you almost disassociate to be the Rick Grimes for your family in that moment.
Yeah.
That about 3 or 4 weeks later, when all of those
Everything calms down.
Yeah, then you're holding your kid, and you're like, whoa.
When your mother-in-law and your mother
love this
leaves, and
thing.
you got no more guests coming over to see the kid, and you're just, oh my God, I'm responsible for this.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I'm the one that wanted to have kids. My wife was like,
Really?
yeah.
Your genes just.
Well,
She's like, let me look.
yeah. You don't need
Do we want
This.
more use?
No.
Yeah.
No, I said I must spread my seed.
Woman, the seed must be spread.
That's so loving.
And then she throws it in my face usually when one of the kids is a jerk.
Yeah, as she
And
should.
it's like,
this.
you wanted this.
You wanted this. Thanks a lot.
All right, one more. My boyfriend loves me and desperately wants to have a family, but refuses to get married. To be honest, it's been really upsetting. I'd always imagined myself marrying a guy before having a baby, as I think it's best for the kid. But he says it's just a piece of paper, and what's the point? I just don't see it like this and just don't know what to do.
Dude, Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell are one of
Yeah.
the coolest couples of all time.
That's what I'm saying.
They never got married. They both were married separately before, had children before. They got married, they got together. They ended up having their own kid without the marriage. And they're cool as hell going strong like 40 years later. So I don't know. I see both ways. I see wanting to
Some
have a
people think
wedding.
it's important.
I totally subscribe
that.
to that as well, and I think that's okay. But if this gal, for whatever reason, like that's something that's really important to him, like
Right.
that's not going to go
Well,
away.
and his, it's just a piece of paper, then fine. It's just a
Yeah.
piece of paper. Just
Just do it.
If
Just
his,
do it then.
if his isn't an intense reason against it,
I disagree with that.
well, who has the
Not
bigger
you.
emotion
I disagree
here?
with that.
Why?
I don't just do it. It's because it's a legally binding contract that
Right.
there's a lot tied up in
But
marriage.
he says
And
it's
that's-
just a piece of paper.
If those are his fears, explore those fears and say, like, is it really just like you don't care
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's not a
yeah.
big deal, or are you worried about this?
Commitment
if that's
phobia?
the case, then maybe I'll design a prenup and here you check it off, and if we all get, I mean, if that's find the hang up,
Yeah. I like the
hang
Kurt
up
and Goldie method.
find the
I'm with you.
find the common ground.
It's hard. I just had a friend come to she was at my late show from Dowell, from someone I literally had a crush on when I was in 7th grade. Like, we go back that far. And she's in the middle of a divorce, and we were chatting. Me and Tina were chatting, and she's like, oh, my God, it's just a nightmare. It's like, it is an actual nightmare.
To
Yeah.
separate
We got
everything.
4 kids, and like, it's just... And she's like, well, do you think you guys would ever get married? And I go, no.
That's what.
Dude.
Listen to you.
Yeah.
And she goes, honestly, I think that's smart. She's like, you made it this far. She's like, you're in your 40s
Well, of
and
course,
you've never
she
done
thinks
it.
it's smart as she's going through the
Yeah.
divorce.
Yeah,
Of course, but I'm
That's in
saying
a couple years.
She's
when
more
remarried.
educated now.
As she's going through the divorce, I'm sure she's a little bitter on the.
she just
on this-
said she made the point. She isn't even being bitter. She just said she
on the
made
whole
this point.
marriage thing.
She said, why do you need a lawyer to tell you not to be a jerk to the person you've committed to?
Right.
Why do you need the threat of legal? If someone's not treating you right, you should be able to get your stuff and leave and not have to
Oh,
not to have to be entangled in all this.
That'd be amazing. That'd be
Wouldn't
so
it?
cool. Fantasyland. He's in Fantasyland today.
Guess what? I can go home right now, today. Well, Tina could be at work. I got a bug out bag and 3 trash bags. I could be out of that house.
Well, I don't know. Maybe for the kid,
Dude.
to show the kid that there's a mom and a dad who are committed to each other.
Yeah, it's important.
I think that's important,
And you
too.
say that
you
because
can't show that with actions. You have to show that with a.
Oh, it's got to be down on paper.
It's got to be a thing you
And we have to go
hang
to
on the
a
wall.
court, and we got
You
it's got a
can.
notary.
I will say, like my wife and I both went through very damaging, very very difficult divorces. They were terrible. I mean, they completely wrecked us both individually. And then we met, and then we got together, and we're like, we don't need to get married. Like, like we're committed to one another. We made like a vow to one another of commitment. We moved in, we like blended our families, everything was good, and we were like, no, we don't need to get married. Both of us were on the same page. And then at some point, you just kind of like it just happened where we're like, you know what, we both feel safe, and this is okay, and it felt desirable to do that.
Yeah.
And to show that example to our children, and it became more of a, like we were like
That
bonded.
you could like repair that.
It almost felt like we had a brick wall for our family, but this was like the mortar. You know what I mean? Like a nice, like official thing. We didn't have some big giant ceremony and none of that kind of stuff. It wasn't about having a wedding or anything.
Wedding
like that.
pictures were dope.
It was just about it was just about going out in the woods and blending our families in like an official like moment.
And maybe for the kids, it's showing the kids that we've made a commitment, in front of.
Yeah, it was.
in front of whatever god there is, and in front of the state of Missouri.
It was, and to this day, it was
Honorable Judge Leroy Jenkins.
It was the best decision we made. It really was. It really was the right decision, and it was
great,
good for
man.
our family.
I think it depends on the people. I'm not telling anyone how to live their life. I'm just saying, like, it's got to be both. Both people got to want it. Can't be this like drag the guy like, when are you gonna pop the question?
Yeah,
It's like that sucks.
That's so sad. All right, one more thing before we move on. Would you ever consider dropping $500 on a date? Not the actual date, but the app to find the person to date in the first place. Because Tinder just announced a new exclusive high-end membership tier called Tinder Select, which will cost $4.99 a month. $499 a month, not $4.99 a month, $499 a month, or $6,000 a year.
What do you get?
Listen,
What happens?
I'm also thinking,
AI.
if it's so good, why would you need it for a full year? Anyway, for the price, you might expect a personalized experience with human matchmakers. But no, it's still just the normal Tinder, like the normal Tinder algorithms. You just get special access to Tinder's most sought-after profiles, so they can enjoy, quote, exceptional connections, whatever that means.
Just go on Raya.
Dude.
Isn't that like the level up Tinder where you got to, I think
No,
you do
you
have
Can't
to pay.
pay to get on, though.
You have to be accepted.
Right.
You have to be famous.
Is this Tinder trying to stay open? And
trying to get on
keep
right now.
business going?
Trying to really
Listen, there
parlay
are
this last weekend into something.
there are a couple other perks, like being able to direct message others without matching, but only 2 times a week. And only if that other person is accepting DMs. And you also get to test new features and hide ads. Now, if you're an avid VIP Tinder user who's wealthy, this may be worth a shot, but it seems like it's mostly a status thing, since Tinder gives these folks the ability to add a special select badge.
I have a feeling this is more of Tinder doing this to be silly so they get into press and to try to remind people, like, hey, we're still here. No one's used us in 6 months, but we're still here.
I could see it being a shorthand for wealth.
Right.
Yes.
The humble
Like weeding
You
out
don't have
the poor
the humble
people.
way
Great.
to say I got money.
Right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Or
Yeah.
a lot of debt. One of the two.
If you're interested, Tinder's website says they're not currently accepting applications, but to continue to check back. They said they'll open it up to their most active users on a rolling basis, but they want to keep the number of select users to less than 1%.
Of course they do.
That's good. That's what we like.
But and this may seem ridiculous, but some people
class
love
Yeah, man.
exclusivity like this. Also, Tinder has supposedly had secret VIP memberships for years, but this is the first time they've offered up one publicly. This is like, tell me you're rich without telling me you're rich.
Exactly.
That's what I think.
It's classist.
That, or it's if you know, you know.
Because it's not, what is it giving you? Listen to what you're not getting anything out of it. You're getting the most sought after, AKA the people going on the most dates, the most messages to sort through, the people that are the hots.
Yeah.
You're getting the hots,
Getting
which
the
you can
hots.
still get the hots. Doesn't mean you're going to get the match.
Yeah.
It's not even guaranteeing you a match.
Wait a minute. Do you have to log when you date? Like, how do they know if you actually are getting dates? Because you guys sit, like, after you message a couple of times that you hit, oh, we're going on a date, and then you log that? Like, how does it know?
I don't know.
They probably know how many people swipe on you.
Well, yeah.
So if you're getting like an 89% swipe right,
89%
they got to know
swipe
you're one of
right.
the hots.
Gosh. Has to make you feel so good if you got an 89% swap rate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good, job. Good job.
Depends on which way. I got an 89 swipe rate on Tinder, right? No, left. It's definitely left.
Damn it. All right, listen, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Sex Toy of the Week.
Yummy.
And then we'll get into 3 and 5. So if you want to play 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833, we got WWE SmackDown tickets, helmet tickets, Ludo tickets, and tickets to go see Tech 9 with Hollywood Undead. You know, 3 and 5, Moon will give you a category. You name 3 things in that category within 5 seconds. No ums or ahs to start your answer. So we'll play that after the break. Surprisingly, we're running late. Let's do this Sex Toy of the Week thing. Rafe?
Well, getting right into it.
What do we have this week? Just to put a capper on this week's Sex Time Fun Facts.
Right. We should. We had a good chat. That was a very productive Sexy Time Fun Fact chat. I wish that happened every week.
Me too.
Moon's got his banana out
Seems
ready.
like a perfect time for me.
Kill banana god,
Peel
please.
that banana.
Rafe,
Peel that banana in honor of this week's toy of the week, the 3 bumps for your rump butt plug.
All right.
Enjoy that banana, buddy.
Look at the size of this thing.
That thing's good.
That's just one bump. $26.50, down from $34.05 on all websites. 4.8 star rating, 291 reviews. The 3 bumps for your rump butt plug gives you triple the pleasure. All the benefits of beads in a suction cup butt plug. This plug has 3 bumps that start small and get larger, allowing you to get accustomed to insertion. Experience a brand new sensation as each bump pushes your limits. The suction cup base allows you to impale yourself on this toy.
What?
All right.
Whether it's stuck to a shower wall, a chair, the floor, or wherever else you can think of. Imagine, dinner's ready. He comes into the dining room still naked from our last sesh. He looks at the table in confusion, bare except for a big bottle of lube. False alarm, I say. But why don't you sit down? I pull out his chair and his eyes immediately drop to the seat. Stuck onto it with suction cup base is the 3 bumps for your rump butt plug. Within seconds,
Yeah, he's
at attention. I pump a bit of lube in my hands and slowly service him while reaching my other hand around to lube up the entrance. He begins to rock back and forth into each of my hands, so I remove the one behind him and say, "Hey, want me to service you?" He nods in desperation. "Okay, then go ahead and take a seat." Uh-oh.
I think we all know where this is going.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it says in
I like
the name.
watching you kind of twitch
I
over
think,
there.
I think we all know where this is
I
going.
think it says in the name where
I
it's
think
going.
Rizz read ahead.
I did read ahead. I should have read ahead earlier.
But eventually he gets his reward.
Yes.
That's how it ends.
Yes, that's how it ends. Everybody's happy.
All right, here we go.
Now for the reviews.
Now for the reviews.
Somebody in the
which
chat says
may
beginner
also-
stuff.
Huh?
Somebody in the chat says, beginner stuff.
Thank you. I agree. Got 3 quick reviews. Number 1, huge 3 bumps. The big is big. I was at full mast in anticipation. The first 2 bumps felt fabulous as I rode them. The third bump took some time and a lot of lube. I eased down the last one and gyrated it, but heard a noisy pop. I felt so full. I never wanted to remove it. My backside was screaming for me to ride the bump,
Yeah.
which I did. And it went well. I've used it almost every day. The suction cup, not the greatest. Really weak suction. But guess what? 5 stars anyway.
Hey,
Smoker
5
dope
stars
too.
anyway. How
That's
about
pretty
that?
good.
That's
Even
pretty
with
good.
bad suction. It's pretty good. Second review, 2 bumps is enough. Cut him with the bumps. Too many bumps. I got mine 19 hours after ordering it. My rump was excited just looking at it.
Oh.
I worked the first bump, and wow, what a feeling. After about a half hour, the second bump popped in, and it took the strength out of my legs. And I had a little accident from my prostate pressure.
Wow.
Whoopsie daisy.
What the hell?
It happened
Somebody saying,
again
wow.
when I took it out. I can't wait for the next round. Going to try for that third bump, but whoo-wee. Make sure you let yourself heal in between stretching. I got the big one. Kevin G, 5 stars.
5 stars
Wow.
still.
Finally, one short last review. Ouch! That's the name of the review. Now I'm going to read the review. Ouch! Too many damn bumps. And the bumps I did do were too damn big. Ouch! 1 star, King S, whoever that is.
That guy sure didn't like that.
Here you go. The 3 bumps for your rump plug. Everybody loved it except for King S.
Just so you know, we're looking at the pictures. They have a ruler for scale. And the largest one is 10 inches.
Oh,
so,
Goodness.
Wow.
so you get bang for your buck.
Yeah,
No pun
sure,
intended.
you
You really
sure
do.
do. And it's
My
on
banana
sale
just
right now.
It's on
so-
sale.
No, grab 2. All right, let's give away some stuff. Not that stuff.
No.
You're on your own there, but let's play a couple rounds of 3 in 5. So Moon's going to Give you a category. You name 3 things in that category within 5 seconds. 2 out of 3 categories right, you win. Your choice of prizes. No ums or ahs to start your answer.
Okay.
Rafe and Lern are the judges. I think we should just get right into it. Let's do this. Let's go to Aaron. Aaron, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, Aaron, let's play 3 and 5.
Name 3 pieces of office furniture.
Office, bing, 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 bing.
Typewriter, computer, mouse.
What is it? Mouse? Yes.
Mouse, all right.
I almost forgot to start the timer.
It's okay.
Judges?
Hold on, ding, ding, ding. That's office furniture?
A mouse?
Well, it's
Office furniture.
part of my computer.
It is, but is it furniture?
Office furniture. You did say office furniture.
I said 3 pieces of office furniture.
Well,
Let's see.
Learn?
What did he say? Mouse?
Like a light is considered furniture, right?
Computer.
Like a light, a computer.
I need a judgment. Yes or no?
I'm going to say no.
Judges say no.
Sorry, bud.
Mouse
Judges
is
say no.
not
Mouse
it.
is not a piece of office furniture. You're
Okay.
right. Next.
Bouncing back here with naming 3 movies about parents.
Parent
No,
one.
absolutely not. Not
Dang.
Dang it. Parenthood. Meet the Parents. Parent Trap.
Okay.
Well done.
Let's go
Thank
to
you.
Josh.
You get
Hello,
the
Josh.
Good morning. Happy birthday, Rizz.
Thanks, buddy. Here we go, Josh. 3 and 5.
Name 3 pop songs.
Bop. I'm lost on pop.
Oh, that's a good song. If you said bop, that would have counted, dude.
Would have.
Pop songs. Next.
Name 3 famous redheads.
King Scott, Reba McEntire, and
Oh, Carrot Top.
Man, those 2 were so good, I want to give it to you.
No, he's already gone.
Jessica Rabbit.
Sorry, bud.
Well, we're over for
We're flying through these. Nick, let's go. Ready to play?
how's it going, guys? Yep.
So far, so good. Here we go.
Name 3 human blood types.
O, A positive, A negative.
Yeah.
Yes. A negative?
Is A negative?
Honestly, don't know.
Oh, I was looking at you. You said yes. Like
I was
like
just
A
you
saying.
said.
negative? It is type
Okay,
A
I
I
negative.
think it is.
Okay.
I think there's a positive negative of all of them.
Okay,
but I
all
wasn't
right.
sure.
Okay. Name 3 famous video games.
Zelda, Minecraft, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Take it
Yeah.
home. Take it home.
You did it. Well done.
Drew, hello.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Hey,
dude?
you know, just playing
What's
this
up?
game here. Let's go.
Yo.
Name 3 things you see from the top of a mountain.
Birds, trees, houses.
Sure.
Yeah.
These are all things you could see at the top of a mountain.
Yeah.
Next.
Name 3 movies with Chevy Chase.
Oh, man.
No. No, man.
None.
Vegas
You would do
vacation.
none.
Christmas
Absolutely not.
vacation.
None, Drew.
European
None, Drew.
vacation.
None, Drew. Okay. Final one.
Name 3 types of boat.
Yacht, sailboat, and John boat.
Yeah.
The old John boat.
Yeah, start with yacht. All right.
You literally went from richest to poorest. Well done.
Kristen, hello.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Here we go.
Name 3 fast food menu items.
Burger,
No.
fries, chicken wrap.
No.
Learn came in with a strong
She said,
hand.
I know you got the
you ud. No uhs or ahs.
My Eller is
What
on
did she
high
say? Hold on.
alert.
A burger.
Did she say burger or burger?
I think I said
We're gonna
A
go ahead.
burger?
we're
She's
gonna
an
go
honest
ahead-
woman.
Yeah.
I'll give her that.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and kill the A. If you say A, you have to pronounce it long ways. It
A?
has to be
A
burger.
No, that way there's no confusion. There's no I said a burger. Or you know. You know
Are
what
we
I'm
giving
saying?
this to her or no?
No, she said.
I said
She
Okay.
confessed.
All
Calling
right. All right.
herself
Good.
out.
Oh, I love the
You like
honesty.
to confess.
I know.
I love the honesty, but it gets you nowhere here.
Yeah.
Love the honesty.
Well, let's see. It
I'll
might
enjoy
get
the
her some
tickets I
tickets.
take from you.
Okay. Name 3 things that little kids do.
crawl, talk, run.
That's
Yeah.
what they do.
And they stink.
And they smell.
What?
Yes.
All right.
All right, Kristen.
Bring
here
it
we go.
home here with name 3 cities in Australia.
Sydney, Melbourne, Dundee. I don't know.
Dundee. Is
Look it up.
Dundee, is Dundee
Look
a
it up.
city?
There's got to be one named
There's a
after
Dundee,
him.
Scotland.
Dundee. There's got to be a city named after him.
She got it
It's
in.
in Scotland. Moon
That's
is right.
A after
Is there
Sydney
a
and Melbourne, it's
Dundee-
tough.
Is there a Dundee, Australia?
Is there a Dundee, New South Wales?
There's Dundee City in Australia. Yes, she got it. Go.
Way to just toss it out there and hope. That was a Hail Mary that hit, dude. Nice.
I would have said, like, just another stereotype, like shrimp on the bobby or
Didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo Australia.
Dude, that's so cool. I mean, it doesn't look like anybody lives there, but man, there's
Hey,
a
it
Dundee.
counts.
That's impressive as hell.
Tiffany, last contestant. Ready to play?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Here we go.
Name 3 famous actors not from the USA.
Tom Holland. Emma Watson.
Yeah.
You said,
Yeah.
you said
Tom Holland. Tom Holland.
Who was that? Who just came in?
What?
I don't know. I heard like a man's voice come in.
It's just me and my dog.
Oh,
Her dog can talk.
maybe the dog was. Come on.
It's a shame you had it.
Okay, here we go.
Next.
Name 3 car parts.
Gas tank, transmission, battery.
Yes,
Okay.
those are car parts.
Yeah, baby.
That's a
Those
gas
are car
tank.
parts.
Good job. Don't laugh at our.
That's great.
She's like, all 3 of those lights are on in my car right now.
Yeah.
One final one, Tiffany. Here we go. Bring it home.
Name 3 women athletes.
No.
No.
The double whammy,
Leave
dude.
it on a dump. Come
What a
on
way!
now.
What a way to go out.
Oh, no.
Tiffany.
All right, we got to take a break. Oh, Lern, tomorrow you're doing the contest, right?
Yeah, I got it ready.
What's the contest called?
New show, Who Dis?
New show, Who Dis? That's right. That's fun.
And I can't take credit for that name. It was a listener. And if you named it, please come forward. I would love to give you credit.
New show, Who Dis? Hey, don't forget, we're broadcasting from the Exchange at Scott Air Force Base on Thursday, a nooner. We're having a nooner. We'll be doing a podcast recording with the Fastlane guys. Oh, and we'll have a lot to discuss.
Oh, yes.
We got one person in this room who is fired up.
I got a lot of questions for them on Thursday.
More like, I got a bone to pick with you guys.
Yeah.
Well, you done made Lern angry.
Uh-oh.
Get ready, Jamie. Get ready, Anthony.
Yep. Marsh.
Marsh.
Looking at you, Marsh.
Thompson to a lesser degree.
Is BT coming out? Oh, that'd be nice to see him.
That would be nice.
I don't know if he is.
Still mad at him, but
Still mad at you, but
Be nice to see
you.
ya.
Nice to see you, buddy. All right, let's do sports. All right, Moon, what you got?
Sports presented by DraftKings at Casino Queen. Think you know football? Bet on it at DraftKings at Casino Queen Sportbook. Big weekend. City SC became the first Major League Soccer expansion team to win its regular season conference title. RSL Real Salt Lake defeated LAFC 1-0, completing a trifecta of events necessary for that to happen. City SC scored 4 times to break open a tie game and turn City Park into the loudest place in the country. It was incredible. 4-1 win over Sporting KC. Was the 17th for City SC, giving it the MLS record for wins by an expansion team. And the regular season, isn't even over. City SC is assured of having home field advantage now in every round of the postseason.
Whoa!
In every round except for the MLS championship game, because Cincinnati FC wrapped up their supporters' shield for the best record in the regular season on Saturday. The conference title will also mean that a taste of international soccer for City SC will happen next season, as they've now qualified for the CONCACAF Champions Cup, the regional cup club championship. This is huge. Huge. I mean, across the board records. Holy crap, this is amazing.
Wonderful.
In addition to that, Klaus,
Wonderful.
João Klaus, even though he sat out for 4 months with a quad injury, is the second in Major League Soccer in jersey sales at MLSstore.com, behind only Lionel Messi, of course.
Wow.
When the league last released standings on sales in May, Klaus was 23rd. Which is pretty awesome. City SC2, the City 2 team, saw its 10-game unbeaten streak and its season end on Sunday at City Park. Now, yesterday was also a big day for Adam Wainwright's last game. A 4-3 Cards win against the Reds. The team honored Wainwright in a memorable and emotional ceremony. Everybody was there. Carpenter, Roland, Ozzy, Izzy, Whitey, Tony, Wainwright's wife, their kids, Wainwright's mother and brother, numerous former teammates, including Albert Pujols, and what do you know, Yadier Molina made his first appearance at Busch since retiring last year. He and Albert walked up to Wainwright together. The mayor proclaimed that October 1st, 2023 was Adam Wainwright Day in the city of St. Louis.
Cool.
Pujols and Molina were in the booth with
Polo.
Polo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Super cool. The 2023 MLB regular season also wrapped up on Sunday. The postseason gets underway this week. The matchups for the best of 3 wild card round, which starts on Tuesday, is the Rangers.
Before you say, what? Can anybody name any teams that are in
the wild card
in playoff baseball?
Okay, let's go Dodgers.
Let's go Dodgers.
Dodgers are in.
Absolutely correct. The Atlanta Braves.
Atlanta Braves.
Let's go Braves.
They're in.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, you need more?
Go ahead. See if you can.
The Padres.
No.
The New York Yankees.
No.
No, they did terribly bad.
This is the first time in like 30 years the Red Sox, the Yankees, or the Cardinals are not in the playoffs.
Orioles.
Orioles, yes.
Oh, look at dude. I love this stuff,
Orioles been
man.
kicking ass.
Connection.
I'm upset Seattle didn't make it.
The Seahawks, me too.
Nope.
This year.
All right, go ahead.
So the wild card matchups are Rangers versus Rays, Jays versus Twins, Diamondbacks, Brewers, and Marlins versus the Phillies. Speaking of the MLS playoffs, that starts at the very end of October. So the season wraps up. Everything closes for regular season in October. Starts the last week of October. We have the first round is best 2 of 3. And then it goes to single elimination. You get the conference finals, and then the MLS Cup is December 9th.
On the MLS, I was at Four Hands at the District last night for the first time.
Yeah, cool place, right?
Super cool day. We were there at, 2 o'clock. There were City SC players there with their adorable puppies signing autographs, and I guess they were replaying the game from Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
And man, that place was packed full of soccer fans.
Dude.
Did you have to wait 4 hours for a hamburger?
I did not.
It's like we knew what we were talking about here in St. Louis being soccer fans, that this was a freaking awesome market, and it would go well to have a soccer team here.
Well, it's also nice that the management spent some money and got some good players and built a great facility. And
Yep.
It's also nice we have no other choices.
Yes.
Tim Wakefield, a 2-time World Series champion, did pass away at the age of 57. Just days after former teammate Curt Schilling revealed the longtime starting pitcher was battling brain cancer. He was 57. The Red Sox announced his death on Sunday. Let's see. He spent 29 years with the organization as a player, special assistant, and a broadcaster. He spent his early days with the Pirates before playing for Boston. Wakefield did have brain cancer, according to ex-teammate Curt Schilling, who revealed the illness on a podcast last week and asked people to pray for them and their children. And then soon it was all over social media because Wakefield didn't announce it himself. The family hadn't requested... or they didn't announce it. They were just requesting
Didn't you say it was Wade Boggs on his podcast?
From what I heard, it was Wade Boggs told Schilling, but didn't say, you can't say this.
Yeah, something like that.
That's what I read.
He retired in 2011. He did have 2 World Series wins, All-Star games,
Man, he was
all that
awesome.
kind of stuff. This guy was great.
Dude, that knuckleball was nasty.
Yeah.
No rotation.
Funny car driver.
I'm sorry. He had some good, very good seasons, and then he had some very bad seasons.
He had a lot of good ones.
If you have a good season in MLB, it's incredible.
I mean, when you can play in the major leagues that long and never throw over 70 miles an hour, you got a nasty knuckleball.
The dude struck out 2,100 batters.
That's wild.
2,100. He won 200 games. We're talking about Wainwright. He won. Wakefield also won 200 games and retired with a 4.41 ERA.
I think he started out as a third baseman or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. He moved into the knuckleball stuff.
Funny car driver Matt Hagan picked up his 5th win of the season for Tony Stewart Racing on Sunday at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Clay Milliken, Anderson, and Herrera also won the 18th of the 21 races that are going to be happening for the 2023 NHRA Camping World Drag Series Racing Series season. So many goddamn words and all that stuff. Now let's go to NFL Pick'em because I got good news.
Yes.
Jamie Rivers won the week again. God dang, he is just the captain
insane.
of winning. He got 12. On this team, I won with 11.
Woo! Way to go, Moon.
Moon.
Rafe also did with 11.
Woo!
King Scott also did with 11.
Oh, no.
Yeah. What
What's
about me?
What up with
What
me
about
and
me?
Rizz?
I was just waiting for the claps for Scott and for
Everybody is great.
It was one clap.
I didn't hear any.
Rizz with 10.
Hang on. Hang on. Thank you.
And Lern in last place with 10.
Why am I in last place?
Meaning, I don't know. That's just how it broke down for some. I don't know if it was like
Score.
who knows score. I have no idea.
I don't know why this is the
But
way it is.
we go by the system. That means today you guys have different picks. So one of you will lose tomorrow. One of you.
Yeah,
will
I got
be
the
shot.
Giants. You got Seattle.
I hope it's you.
I hope it's you. Because you're up for 2 shots.
I know.
It's going to be interesting. Either way, we are up by 1 on the fast lane right now.
Yeah, we're leading by 1 going into Monday Night Football.
All right, good.
Which has not happened yet.
True.
We've been down every week going into Monday Night Football.
Thankfully, there's only one game, too, instead of two. I don't like that 2 games on Monday thing.
We'll see how this all pans out tonight.
I'm Moon, and that's your sports, because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
All right, one final break. We'll come back and wrap her up. All right, that is it for us. Donnie Fandango is next. Monday in the books. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, it's nice out. Look at that. Look at that.
Wow.
Beauty.
Look at that. It's beautiful outside.
Incredible.
All right, today's Pappy's Recappy.
Brought to you by Pappy's Smokehouse, celebrating 15 years. Locally owned but world famous. 2 locations, including Highway 70 and Mid-Rivers Mall Drive in St. Peters. Everything that we covered on the show today. Lots and lots. Crap on celebrities, sports. Big sports weekend for St. Louis, even though the Cards are out. It was a big weekend. Check out, just get updated on all your local news. Plus, Sexy Time Fun Facts. Sex Toy Review 3 and 5. Everything that you missed or want to share with your friends and your family. It's up on the blog and the podcast, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The podcast title today is Going to the Gyno as Dracula.
Okay. We announced our October fundraising endeavor for the Song Society, so get all the details and on how you could help out.
Eagle call!
1057thepoint.com/Rizz. All right. Anything else, ladies and gentlemen?
Punk Rock Christmas tickets available. It's going to sell out. It's well over 60 or 70% sold. So get your tickets while you can. I know it's December, but guys, it's October already.
It is.
I will be doing a deathcore metal Hakuna Matata, so you don't want to miss that.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah, make sure to go to the Points website as well.
Whether Moon lets me or not.
Well, that's not a Christmas song, but we'll make it a Christmas song. All you got to do is add the sleigh bells.
Throw
and now,
Santa
boom.
hat on. You'll be fine. What, Scott?
I was saying, make sure to go to the
Matata.
Points website and check the calendar there because there's a ton of stuff coming up. We're going to be a very, very busy group here. So
Yes, we are.
Yes,
keep
we
your
are.
eyes on
Yep,
that.
Yes, we are.
Yep.
All right, we leave you with a selection from our Team Rizz member today, brought to you by Hot Shots, proud sponsor Team Rizz. Visit hotshotsnet.com/Team Rizz. From St. Charles, Greg Freeze is our
Greg.
Team Rizz member today. He wants to hear this song. Here it is. See you tomorrow. Donnie next. Bye.
Energy up.
Dude, this sucks. Hey, welcome back to the farm. So a couple weeks ago, a storm blew through and knocked a big ass tree down. So I got a tree that I need to kind of get rid of, or at least saw down a little bit. So, of course, I got the pro, Mark from Colonel Landscaping, with me. So, Mark, not only
Yes, sir.
do you put trees in,
Yes, sir.
but you take trees out.
Yes, sir. Full service.
So you see what we got here?
Yeah. So I think it might have been dead before it fell.
Yeah. But who knows what kind of wind blew it over? We just came down here and it was felled.
Yes, sir.
So we need to cut it down. We need to kind of haul it out of here. So
We'll cut it into some manageable pieces.
cut it
get
into
up to the